So, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, where is it? Why isn't it on Switch? It needs to be on Switch. I don't understand why it isn't on Switch. And we're going to be covering all of the reasons why I think it should be on the system as soon as possible in this video. Alright, so yeah, the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Where is it? I mean, we've had other remakes on the Switch. We had Crash Bandicoot, and yes, it had a major graphical decrease in quality, I get that, but it still ran. The game ran 720p, 30 frames a second. It ran 30 frames a second on Xbox and PlayStation as well, but still, it looked good for Switch. In handheld mode, it looked good. On docked mode, it looked good. The only major difference I saw was some of the lighting wasn't there, and Crash didn't have fur. Crash was a little bit more toy-like, a little bit more plasticky on the Switch version, but it still ran. We still had Crash Bandicoot in that portable setting that we can take anywhere, and it ran perfectly. It ran well, and people were very, very happy with the port. I was happy with the port, and the port sold very, very well. It was a big success for Activision. Now, after this launched, they obviously announced Spyro. Everybody was excited for Spyro. I saw the trailer, I watched the trailer end, and you know, at the end of the trailer, that's when they show off what system it's going to be for, and I was thinking, you know, the way Crash has been selling, it only makes sense. Spyro, just instant port. If it was coming to PlayStation first, like it did with Crash Bandicoot, I could sort of understand that. Give it a year of exclusivity, and then launch Spyro for Switch. But at the end of that trailer, we saw an Xbox port was also coming the same time as PS4. At this point, I was thinking, why? Why isn't Spyro, more to the point, on PC? It needs to be on PC, like Toys for Bob. Why isn't it on PC? And also Switch. I don't understand. It feels like it should have been on Switch when it was announced then. And you know, people are saying, oh, the Switch couldn't run it, the Switch couldn't run it. The Switch is bringing better, more exclusive, bigger games. It's running bigger games than Spyro. I think people are underestimating how big Spyro is. Yes, it does look graphically beautiful. And some might say it looks better than Crash in some areas. But I don't understand why it's not on the system. It needs to be on the system. Yes, the loading times aren't going to be as good. I get that. It's the Switch. Yes, it's not going to look as good. It's not going to be the highest resolution. It's not going to be at 4K. It's not going to be at 1080p. 720p. I mean, even lower than 720p that the Switch is for Crash Bandicoot in a portable mode. So I don't understand what is stopping them from porting it. I don't understand. The developer Toys for Bob have had some experience with the Switch before. They're the same people who ported Skylanders and Imaginators to the Wii U and also Switch. Toys for Bob ported a big AAA game, that being Skylanders, to the Wii U. So why can't the same developer port Spyro? I don't understand. I don't understand. Now, if you're using the logic of the developer, it does make more sense why we haven't got a PC port. Now, the reason why I don't think we haven't got a PC port is that Toys for Bob aren't really used to developing for PC. They're mainly console. They have done that many projects, but the projects they have done, that being Skylanders, only had one game that was on PC. All the other games were all on console. And I think Toys for Bob as a developer isn't that familiar with PC. So I could sort of understand that, and maybe a PC version is in the works. But that being said, Toys for Bob are pretty familiar with the Switch. I don't understand why it's not on there. It makes sense for it to be on there. Why isn't it? It doesn't make any sense why it isn't. Crash Bandicoot. Toys for Bob had a hand in making Crash Bandicoot. Why didn't they... they know how the Switch works. They know how to bring things to Switch. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Because they know so much about the Switch and how it runs. Maybe they tried to get it onto Switch. And it's just not running. And in that case, okay, I get it. But I think you could still downgrade the game to get it to run. No one's expecting this game to look beautiful on Switch. We're expecting it to still look good and still be Spyro. We're not expecting the PS1 games just on Switch. That'd be stupid. But, why? I don't understand. And the thing that really got me was that after this, about a month later, it was actually at the Game Awards, we found out about Crash Team Racing. And, we saw the trailer, and originally at the Game Awards, it only showed off for PlayStation 4 at the end of that trailer. And I was thinking, okay, we'll have to wait a year, maybe it'll get ported to other systems like the Insane Trilogy was. Anyway, a couple of days later, they announced it for Switch and Xbox, and I believe PC. I'm not sure if Crash Team Racing is coming to PC. But still, Crash Team Racing, which is probably a bigger game, more characters on screen, you know, similar size levels to Spyro, the tracks being similar size to levels in Spyro, on the Switch, on launch day. I don't understand. A big online game as well, you play online, lots of characters. Again, obviously it's a Switch port, it's going to be downgraded, it's not going to be as good, but why? Why? I don't understand. Now, of course, other teams are working on Crash Team Racing. I think it is Beanox or Vicarious Visions, one of the two that's actually working on this game. I'll have to check. So maybe that development team knows more about Switch, but you would think, you know, it was Vicarious Visions and Toys for Bob who worked on the Crash Bandicoot port for Switch. So that's Toys for Bob knowing a little bit about the Switch and a little bit about, well, a lot about it with Skylanders. So I don't understand why haven't we heard anything? And maybe we will hear something from Toys for Bob. Maybe a year after the original release, we will hear something like a Switch port for Spyro. Because, you know, PlayStation had an exclusive thing with Crash Bandicoot, where for a year he was only available on PlayStation and there was no other versions announced. Now, maybe Xbox and PlayStation had a little bit of an agreement with Toys for Bob, and that's the only two versions that are going to be available, and then maybe this November there's going to be Spyro for Switch and also Spyro for PC. I don't know. Maybe that's what the whole plan is, and if it is the whole plan, I kind of understand it now. But it does seem weird how there is a little bit, if that is true, we don't know if it is true, but if it is true, why would there be a contract with two game companies? Why would there be a contract with Xbox and PlayStation? I don't know. I don't know why. Another thing that I want to cover before the end of this video is that Spyro has been put on the Nintendo websites, like the Nintendo UK store, I believe, at one point, for Switch. And it has been leaked and rumoured for a very, very long time. And then the rumour seems to go away, and then the rumour seems to come back, and then we hear nothing. It seems to be every time we have a direct, it's like, oh, Spyro gets put on this website for sale, and it's like, oh, wait, what? And then the direct comes and we hear nothing. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe something's coming, maybe something isn't. You know, maybe it is running kind of okay. Maybe one Spyro game, maybe Spyro 1 is running well, and then maybe Spyro 2 and 3 aren't. We don't know. And I believe Spyro 1 was developed by Toys for Bob, and Spyro 2 and 3 were developed by other people out there. I'm not sure who developed 2 and 3. I'll have to check on that. But maybe they're having trouble getting it on Switch, and maybe Toys for Bob have got Spyro 1 working on Switch. I don't know. If it's a thing they can't get 2 and 3 on Switch, why not just launch 1 for like £10, £15? Spyro 1, £10, £15 on the eShop. I would buy that. Yeah? I don't understand what is happening with Spyro. I mean, I would quite like to know more. Obviously, I don't think we will. I don't think we'll hear anything. I think the only time we'll hear anything is probably in Nintendo Direct. Maybe even E3. We could hear something at E3. But most likely after November, after that 1 year of launch on Xbox and PlayStation. Now, I know there was a little bit of like development time issues. It was a bit weird because it was like meant to come out in September. It was announced in April, meant to come out in September, and it didn't come out till November. They delayed it a bit. So maybe they were having trouble with getting the game running. Maybe they're having trouble. Maybe a Switch port was ready to go and they focused a lot on that and then didn't have enough time to get the other versions of the game ready. And then maybe that's why they sort of just put the other games out and really focused on those, and then maybe that's why a Switch port is on the way. I don't know. You know, normally when a game just doesn't come to Switch, I sort of understand it and accept it, but this one seems weird because of all of the online rumours and all of the websites it's been put under. And then it's been slowly like coming back and then just being taken down off websites. It's very, very weird that we haven't heard anything, and I feel like we could hear something very, very soon. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts on Spyro Insane Trilogy, Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I'm getting my trilogies mixed up today. Yeah, let me know all your thoughts on the game. Have you got the game? Do you own the game on another system? Do you think it will run on Switch? Do you think they should port it to Switch? Let me know all your thoughts in another video, and I'll see you in another one. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. Let me know if you really like these kind of new videos I'm trying to make. Yeah, I'm just trying something new, and maybe you like these videos, maybe you don't. Let me know all your thoughts on these videos, and I'll see you in another one. Let me know if you like them, and I'll keep making more of them. I'm going to keep streaming on the weekends, as somebody suggested in the chat, just so I don't get burnt out on stream. So yeah, going to stream the weekends, make these videos in the week. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in another one.